In this video, I want to show you Neogen's and Bing's latest product, the Shape Word Search Generator. So once you load the Shape Word Search Generator, and indeed if you're thinking about purchasing it, it's important to know that the product is split into 4 separate pieces. So you have the front end, which is the basic software, and in addition to this, you have 3 additional optional upsells with added features that you can choose. Now, I won't go into detail as to what they include now, but at the end of the video, I will show and tell you exactly what you get in each upsell and the front end, so you can make the best decision for you and your business. So let's hop right in. Let's create a project. Call it word search and create, and then we're going to click on it here. Now, if you're familiar with Neogen's and Bing's products, you'll know this interface very well. It's what you see is what you get editor, a bit like Canva or other similar products. So the first thing I like to do is hit settings here, and here we can choose from a range of different preset KDP trim sizes, and all we have to do is select one, hit update, and then it will update our canvas over there. Here also we have the option to add page numbering in different formatting, like so, and obviously we can position this like so also. And then finally here we have some options to set our page margins in inches. So we can set them here, and if we want to show them on the page, we can do so like that. Now, once you have your page set up, the next thing you want to do is obviously start to create your word searches. So if we go up here, click word search templates, and then click this here, this will load sort of a preset or default template onto the canvas. Now, if you are creating your word searches individually, what you can do then is hit uploads, and then you can upload an image that you want to use in the custom Shape word search generator. So for example, I want to do a lion, hit open, and I can hit on the lion, click insert, and it will regenerate my word search with my lion. And then if you want to customize the words that you are using, if you're creating them individually, up here you can hit edit words, and you can put in the words that you want, and obviously hit save afterwards. Now, as you can see, we lose a lot of the words in the lines main. So what we can do, we have a ton of customization options to make this look a lot nicer and cleaner. So if we right click on the word search and hit open settings, this will load a ton of options that we can use to further customize our word search. So to start with, we can choose the amount of columns that we have. So again, the more columns that we have, the more complex the word search. We can set the cell size. So if we want more spacing between our letters here, obviously we can increase our font size if we want as well. Let's bump that up a little bit. And then if you want to see the update, just hit update word search here, like so. And I'll just make that, drag that down, put it back in the center. After this, we have the option to choose what directions we want our words to go in. So for example, if you're doing a kids word search, you'd probably want to take some of these options out and keep the basic ones. For example, keep left to right, keep top to bottom, And yeah, and that's pretty simple, but you could add diagonals in. It's completely up to you here. If you just want to take one off, for example, if I want to take all the ones off except for left to right, top to bottom, I just click the little X's here. Like so. And then obviously if I want to add these back, I can just tick them like so. After this, we have options to change our letter colors here. Default, this is black, and same with our border. If we have one, we can change the color of that as well. Now, this is where we can start making our word search look a little bit nicer, is if we take down the opacity. So if we do try 0.2, and then we can see our words a lot clearer now. And then what you can do, particularly obviously if you're publishing a black and white book on KDP, you'll need to do this, is make this into grayscale like so. Now, after this, we can choose a refining factor. So what this does, this changes sort of the shape of the word search a little bit. It affects the mask. Best way I can explain this to you is if I show you. So at the moment it's on 4. If I reduce that to 3, I'm going to reduce that down to 1. As you can see, the lower the number, the more the words sort of flow in the thinner areas, like so. But then you lose some of the shape a little bit. So do play around with this to find your ideal number. After this is options if we want to allow a subset of our words or not. I'll put that on no. If we want to have uppercase or not. And then like so. If we want to show our clues, typically we will, like so. And then where do we want our clues to show? Either on the bottom of our word search or on the right hand side. Because my line is pretty much square and my page is rectangle, it's best to show them on the bottom. But for example, if you had a very long image, I don't know, like a flamingo or a giraffe or something, you might want to show them on the right hand side. And then after this, obviously I can change the font size of my clues below. Let's do a bit more like that. And then after this, I can change my line spacing, my letter spacing. Obviously I can further change this. So I have 3 columns at the moment, but I can make 4 columns, 5 columns, or I could reduce this down to 2 or 1 columns. Have a play as to what fits your needs best. So let's stick with 3, I think, on this. And then we can obviously edit the column gap, the X and Y offset. For example, if you feel like the word list is too close to your word search, for example, you can adjust this like so. Obviously, positive numbers will move it away and negative numbers will draw it closer to the word search. Let's try 0.5. That looks good. And then after this, I have options to select the text color, the sorting, so I can sort lexical by length of the word or a random sort in my clues. And then after this, options for capitalization, so I can leave it to default. I can force a lowercase, uppercase, or to capitalize, like so. And then typically you'll want to constrain to the grid width here, but if you don't want to constrain to the width of the grid, you can take this off. Then I have alignment options. Obviously, center is normally great, but I can align to the left and to the right. And then I can draw a border if I want. And that will make a border around my word search like so. And if I have the border, I can obviously control the width or the thickness. So let's turn my border off. And then now I have an option for how I want my solution to be shown. So if I just put show solution on down here and hit update, you'll see at the moment I've got my bounding box. But what you can do, you can have only words, or you can have circle letters. And you can also have a combination of these as well. For example, I have only words and circled, or you can have only words and circles like that, or just circle letters, or just only words. Completely up to you as to the solution that you want. Typically, I would always go with a bounding box like so. Now, after this, we have options to control our solution letter colors, the word outline width, and the word outline color as well. So for example, we can make these thicker if you wish, like so. And then finally here, I have some options if I want to play around with the offset of the bounding boxes. But typically, this is fine like so. So I'm going to hit update. And then I have my word search here. So if I delete the subtitle, let's move that up. And I can type in lion word search. And again, as I said before, this is what you see is what you get editor. So you can click, drag around. You can change the fonts up here, font size, bold, italics, alignment, etc. So let's, as you can see, there's an absolute ton of fonts, and they all show their preview here as well. So let's go with that one like so. Now you can go through all of the let's just turn the solutions off quickly. You can go through your book creating all your word searches like this, but perhaps the best feature and the most powerful feature is the ability to do this very quickly in bulk. So same principle applies. If you're creating in bulk, I would create one word search to your desired specifications and settings, because then the bulk clone will copy these settings throughout all the word searches that it creates for you. So I've got my basic one here. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to hit bulk clone. And then what I want to do is I want to do a shape word search clone. So this will allow me to clone all the pages as they are and provide an input for the images and texts. So hit this here. The first thing I want to do is upload my images. Now, it's key to note here, when you're doing this, your image titles must match your word search titles. This is how you can quickly, it knows how to link the right image to the right word search and allows this process to happen very quickly. So if I go in here and I go to animals, as you can see here, I've got them named animal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. But what happens if you haven't got your images numbered or titled like this and you want them like this? For example, this would match word search titles animal 1, animal 2, 3, 4, and so on. Now, if you haven't got your images like this and you want a quick, easy way to do this, what I can recommend is a software called Free Commander. It's completely free to download, and I have this already. So if I just, so it's freecommander.com. So now if I go into it and I show you here, for example, this is called animal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But say for example, I know I wanted to call it something else. Do Control A to select them. Let's unselect the none images. And then if I go File, and then I go to Rename. Now here, I can type in my new name that I want. Say for example, I don't know, geography, for example. And then what I can then do is here, I click this little blue button and then I click put counter. So then this will rename all of my images with the title and then a counter. So each one, so at the moment, obviously it's animal 1, animal 2. It doesn't matter what the old name is. This will rename them like so, like geography 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way through. It's a super easy way to rename your files if you need to for the bulk creation, the bulk clone. So, and if you want to go through this, obviously just hit rename and it will do it in a matter of seconds for you. So, I already have mine formatted how I want. So if I go to animals, and if I just show, let's do the first 10, like so, and hit open, and then hit apply. And then I've got to select now my word list for my 10 images. Now I already have mine pre-formatted and ready. And this is actually one of the bonuses that you can choose to get from me if you purchase through my affiliate link. And that is access to the word list generator here. So if I just quickly log in. And this, at the moment, I think it's got about 150 different things, but by the end of the year, it will have a minimum of 2,500 different word lists. I won't go into this in great detail here, but there's a ton of options, so you can filter vowels, consonants, max amount, whether you want repeating characters or not, your minimum maximum characters per line, and obviously A to Z or random sort. I got my word list from here. I've used animals. I've put, I think it was 0 to 5 characters and a maximum of 100 returned and A to Z. If you want to see exactly how I done it and how I used this, please see the video in my link description where I show you how to use the word list generator and the custom shape word search generator. So if I go back here, I'm going to select my downloads file from earlier, go into here, select them, hit open, and then as you can see, my titles match my image names like so. So if you're all happy to go, hit create puzzles here. And we'll just wait for the bulk clone to complete. Now, as you can see, it's bulk cloned my original word search with my titles and all my settings as well. As you can see, it's all grayscale, it's got the opacity. As you go through, obviously, some images you may need to adjust. For example, this image is obviously a lot longer than it is wide. So you may need to adjust this, and evidently you might want to change the amount of columns and the font sizes as it's a little bit small. And you just go through and you can do this to all of them. Obviously, any ones you need to adjust, you can. just do that one as well. So as you can see, this is a super easy and quick way to make your custom shape word searches. So once you have completed your book, now this is just a super quick example. What you then can do is at here, click show solutions, and then you can choose how many solutions that you want per page. So we can choose 1, 2, 4, 6, or 8, hit the number you want, and then hit generate, and we'll just wait for that process to complete. And now it's successfully generated my solutions. I can now see them at the end of my book, like so. And then obviously what I can do is I can hit download, and depending on what package you have, you can download as PNG, JPEG, PDF, or PPTX. Now, this is the basics, but there's a couple of extra things. For example, if you purchase the OTO, the optional upgrade with the premium images, you can see here you get a ton of different images that you can choose from, and you can use these in your custom word searches, like so. You can just click around like that. And then if you see there's a ton of different animals, and there's a ton of different borders, nature, objects, space, and vehicles. Another one of the optional upgrades gets you the ability to create word searches in different languages. So obviously this is in English, but what you can do is choose from the list of languages here. So for example, Spanish, and it will translate your word search, all your word searches into Spanish. And the same is true for any of these languages here. Again, this is a optional upgrade that isn't included in the front end. Let's wait for that to finish translating to Swedish, sorry. There we go. Now, these are all additional optional upgrades that will cover very shortly, because we're almost at the end now. But what I do quickly want to show you is in this software, Neogen and Bing have included a tool which will help you format your word lists for use in the Shape word search generator. So that's that little icon up here where it says word search utils page. You can click that. Now, let me just quickly show you how you can use that. So for example, let me just put 200 there, and let's do A to Z. So if I open that quickly, just move that over. You see there, I have 200 different animals. So like this, like it is at the moment, you can't upload that or use that in the custom Shape word search generator. But Neogen and Bing have this tool which allow you to quickly edit any word list, not just from obviously the word list generator that I have, but from any text file that you have with a list of words that you want to use. All you have to do, for example, is click upload file, select your file here. And then what you can do is hit chunk words. And then here, you want to select how many words that you want to have per word search, for example, 10. And then override titles to insert a title. So here, obviously it's got puzzle, the number, but you could put, for example, like I have animal, then it'd be animal 1, 2, 3, 4. But just don't forget your image titles need to match. And then finally, hit single file download down here and hit download. Now this has now created a file that I can use in the bulk clone feature of the custom shape word search generator. It's as easy as that. So I hope this quick video in how to use the custom shape word search generator helps you. I just want to quickly cover my bonus. So as most of you know, whether you buy just the front end or you buy one upgrade or all the upgrades, it's completely up to you. Like I offer the same bonus regardless, because I want you to make the best decision for you and your business. So what that bonus is either you can choose you can choose the word list generator here as your bonus, and that's free lifetime access as your bonus. Or alternatively, if you have that or you prefer something different, what you can do is if you go to my Gumroad here, you can choose any non-bundle software as your bonus, and it's lifetime access. So what if you choose, for example, if you want the light up puzzle generator, Numberlink, Akari, Futushiki, the puzzle generator, Neurokabi generator, the mega pack, the bulk image importer, there's tons. So do have a look and check it out, because any non-bundled software you can choose as your bonus. So now I'm going to quickly bring up screens of what each upgrade and front end contains of and the pricing. So do make sure you pay close attention and pause the video on the screen so you can read and see exactly what you're getting in each package, so you can make the best decision again for you and your business. Thanks for watching.